writing this first book. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think the genesis of this book really happened when I was doing research in my dissertation on social emotional learning. And the chapter 5 of the dissertation is the final chapter. And in it, you report findings, and then you also report on future research. And it became very obvious to me when I was doing my literature review and studying of the types of resources that were out there available to teachers that were related to neuroscience, neurodiversity, that was relevant, like within the last 5 to 10 years. There was really a limited amount of resources available. And so I knew when I was doing my dissertation, because I couldn't find a lot of great resources, that there was a gap that I might be able to fill. And so as I was studying and learning, I had like a side notebook that I was writing things down that I was learning that teachers should know how to do. And so once I got beyond my doctorate work and I had some time, God opened up a window where I was able to write. And so that's really what started it all.
That's really cool. And I like that you said that you're filling the gap, right? Because I believe that whenever we start to explore different areas of knowledge, of understanding, and usually we stumble upon areas that maybe no one has really gone down that path. Was that kind of what spurred you along then?
Yeah, so my background is I love psychology. I love educational psychology. I've taught educational psychology for about 15 years, and I've always enjoyed reading about the giants in the field. But so many of those researchers are 50 or 70 years ago. And as you know, there's so much change that has happened in what we know about the brain and what we've learned. And to not have more relevant resources that are applying the latest research for teachers, it just seemed like, a gap that needed to be filled. So, yeah.
And that's so special that your book is now in Portuguese, because I had talked to you about this before, but a student who is in a doctorate program here in Brazil read your book in English, right? They had a hard time finding it because I guess she had to buy it on eBay and had some trouble, but this Brazilian student had read your book already, and that's exactly what she said. She said this was one of the most recent studies done on how the brain shapes what teachers should be doing in the classroom, right? So it's nice that the gap that you've filled and that you've observed, right, has been helping many teachers already in Brazil before it was translated to Portuguese.
That's so. It just seems incredible. It's hard to believe. Yeah, really cool.
Yeah. So we're glad your book is in Portuguese and available, and we're happy to share this material with Brazil, which has its challenges with education, as every country has, right? And we really are excited,